Hello Voltheads, you are watching the self-proclaimed, sarcastically named Captain KeyForge, also known as PJ Broughton of the Steel City Snufflegators. And here we are back again with the King of the Monsters series. This time it is Niffle Kong's chance to take on the Timetraveller deck in his third game. As you'll see again, we've got a Help from Future Self for Timetraveller, we got Proclamation, we got Total Recall, which you saw in the last game was massive and something to be quite careful of. There are also some other ways for Martians to make me capture my own amber. Some good options there, so I'm having a look at what we've got down, and yeah, with 3 logos, a couple of Sanctum. Admittedly the Resurgence isn't ideal, but other than that it's not that bad to start with. And getting a Font of the Eye down, the Font of the Eyes actually in this deck have turned out to be pretty reasonable. They are certainly not causing the deck any harm. They are absolutely of benefit omni if you've destroyed a creature this turn and capture one. Having 2 of those, potentially having the ability every turn, as long as I can kill a creature, to capture 2. Again, if I start to build a board and capture 2, capture 2, capture 2, spreading it out across my field, it gets quite oppressive. So Simon's gone for Mars, he's played Collector Worm, he's played Total Recall. Played a Collector Worm again, Red Planet Ray Gun attached to Collector Worm, so that is not the sort of value he'd have wanted from the Total Recall. But again, if he hasn't got the opportunity to archive it early, you don't particularly want to be chaining yourself. So here comes the big Kronos turn. I don't think we've quite seen the big Kronos turn that this deck can produce, but when Kronos and Ketho the Avenger come together, so Kronos, when you play a draw icon, you archive a card. Well, my Kronos has got a draw icon on itself. So I've played Kronos, drawn 1, archive 1. I've played Ketho the Adventurer, which has also got a draw icon, so I've drawn another card and archived another card. We will play the Titan Engineer down. Just deciding whether or not I want to try and it will allow keys to cost 5 or 6. So then we've played down the Q-Mex, which is drawn as another card. So yes, hand of 3 now. Nothing else that I'm going to play down now, but to play down 4 cards and archive 2 is pretty decent. Can't really grumble at that. Also as well, Niffle Kong, we've got it's coming in Niffle Kong by turn 2. Yeah, I mean, we've got 4 logos creatures down. I could flood the board with another 3 Niffle creatures in a moment too, or I could potentially try and get a bit of value out of the logos board that's down. You know, we could put down an Infomorph, and then we could also be using some of the creatures that are on there. Simon's gone for logos. He's played Quantum Finger Trap, he's played Cutthroat Research, played Igor, which will gain him another card once he decides which one he wants. That's the thing. If there's 3 cards there he wants. So he's added Help from Future Self, so obviously he's going to play Help from Future Self. He's going to put Timetraveller into his hand. He's going to play Timetraveller. He's going to draw another 2 cards from that. There comes down a Titan Mechanic. Still got 4 cards in hand. He's past the turn. So I either flood the board with the Niffle, or I add a Logos creature and get a bit of value. And bearing in mind Ketho's skirmish fight, draw a card, it's a tough call. It could well be worth trying to do a bit of stuff with that. I mean, again, that Collector Worm can just start taking creatures out of my deck and putting them into my opponent's archive. Don't particularly want that happening with the Kronos or a Ketho the Adventurer with a draw icon, or indeed if Niffle Kong comes down, Niffle Kong. So I've gone for logos. So now it's deciding what we're going to do. I mean, obviously we're going to play Infomorph. You can't quite tell possibly, but Infomorph doesn't have any icons on it. It's got the enhanced that's gone onto other cards, but none on the Infomorph. So that's gone down. There we go. So I've made Kiso fight type mechanic. Reap with Kronos. I've used the Titan Engineer to fight the Titan Engineer. I've used Font of the Eye to capture one. That will take Simon off check. I've put it on the Infomorph because, quite frankly, yeah, 4 power's alright, it's good, it's strong, but it's a nothing creature apart from the fact it's 4 power. No abilities. You know, he wants to kill the Ketho, he wants to kill the Kronos already. He doesn't want to kill the Q-Mex particularly, although it's easy to kill, whereas the Infomorph, other than reaping with it, it just does nothing. So it's always a great target to put the captures on too, because it's like, yeah, probably the least value target there, other than maybe putting it on the Q-Mex, but then you're just making it easy to get it back. And also as well, at the moment with Untamed in my archive, not sure I want the Q-Mex being destroyed and going into the archive. Not that I'll have much choice in the matter, but there we go, the Font of the Eye that went down on turn 1. That's cost him a turn by taking him off check. As you saw the timestamp on this, if you're watching it, 35 plus minutes, so the last Niffle Kong game was nearly a 40-minute video. This one's over 30 minutes again. Whether he wins or loses, he does not go down easy, which is quite an interesting one. So Simon's just deciding what to do at the moment. The Collector Worm's got some value on the board. Equally, he can put the Timetraveller into his deck. As you saw there, I've got Demo Beast in my archive along with the Resurgence. I mean, the Resurgence isn't going to do a lot for me at the moment, and to be fair, I want to be targeting untamed creatures with it anyway, just to get them played on the same turn. So yeah, you ideally want to play Resurgence for 2 untamed creatures and play the creatures on the same turn, or even better, play Resurgence to get Niffle Kong back in your hand, play down Niffle Kong and the 2 Niffle Apes as well that come with him, as I'm sure you've seen me do already if you've watched some of these games. So there we go. Sam's gone into logos. He's used the action on Timetraveller to put him back into his deck. Reap with Igor. Played the Titan Librarian. Used the Quantum Finger Trap to swap the Collector Worm and the Librarian. And then he's passed the turn. So again, Simon's in check, but he hasn't got that one back from last turn. And again, if I can destroy a creature, then I can definitely take him off. I mean, he's a good bit ahead of me at the moment, 6-2. But the board is anybody's, and there's a long way to go yet. And we've both got a bit of archiving going on. So if I go for the Sanctum, I basically give up the key, because I won't be killing a creature. I'll be purging a creature. The only way to stop Simon forging is to go back into logos, kill a creature. So we've used Ketho to fight the Igor, drawn a card, used Font of the Eye to capture one onto Q-Mex. Again, we haven't drawn a logos card there, which is a shame, but I've reaped now up to 5, so not bad. Again, just that little Font of the Eye, just taking another one away. That's, you know, another potential. It's certainly stalling. It's not quite a turn, but you know, he's been in check twice now, Simon, and he's been taken off on both of them. I'm not in check there, but and I'm certainly not now. Now Proclamation's come down, so Simon's gone into Sanctum, put down the Proclamation, played Maruk the Marked. Played Raffaele the Fierce. 2 in his hand now. Would be helpful if he didn't finish on check. He's played Smite, because then I could empty out some of this Untamed. I mean, we can kill one of his creatures there by purging it. We can get down the other font, the potion, the Gorm. So yeah, he's just deciding who to ready and fight with that Smite. But again, gone up to check because he's taken out the Q-Mex. So again, I can give up the key and empty out my hand of Sanctum, or I can give up the key and flood the board with Niffle, or I go back into Logos and, you know, take him off check again, but don't really advance myself. So I'm giving up the key. I've gone into Sanctum, played down a potion, played down another Font of the Eye, drawn a card due to that. Play the Fangs of Gizzard Heart to purge Maruk the Marked. Play Gorm Vorm. I might as well use the Font of the Eye, but it's not going to capture anything because Fangs is purge rather than destroy. I do like the fact that it's purge, but with the double Font of the Eyes, it's just like it would be so much more synergetic if it destroyed rather than purge. So Simon's forged his key there for 6. I'm in check. Well, I'm not in check. I've got 7, but I can't forge because of the proclamation. However, that proclamation, bearing in mind I've got a Gorm Vorm, is not going to be long for this world now, unless he can destroy my Gorm Vorm. So Simon's gone into Logos again, played Timetraveller, drawn a couple of cards, played Standardised Test. No, not played Standardised Testing, discarded it. That's because it destroys the Collector Worm and destroys all his board and leaves my Keystone of the Adventure in place if he uses it. He's reaped with the Titan Librarian. Might use the Finger Trap. Yeah, I'm going to move some stuff around the Finger Trap, put the Collector Worm on the flank. Right then, and then pass the turn. Okay, so Gorm Vorm's Omni, bye-bye Proclamation. That's going to be happening this turn. Again, it just may. I've got to look to advance my board state now. So we've played It's Coming. We'll draw the other half of Niffle Kong. We'll play down the Niffle Kong. We'll play both Niffle Apes. It's a shame one of them was in my hand, but you know it happens. As ever, I'll put both of them down on the flanks as protection. Font of the Eyes, just use them just in case. Again, I know I'm not getting nothing for them, but if my opponent had a Nexus or something like that and I leave them untapped, so I just get into the habit of tapping them. There's a Gorm Vorm killing the Proclamation. And that's just tapping the Font of the Eye. Or again, a Poltergeist. My opponent gets to use it before destroying it. They can't use it if it's already tapped. So Simon's got 2. I'm in check with 8, forging at 6 for now. Let's see what Simon can do to take me off and get himself going as well. So he's gone in Mars, drawn his Archive, got a hand of 8. Played Collector Worm, well, used Collector Worm to fight the Infomorph. That'll get him the amber back that was on Infomorph. And that's Infomorph in his Archive. Played Total Recall to pull back all those creatures, which has gained him quite a bit of amber. Plays Mars Knees Amber to make me capture a bit. And played Carpet Flotsam to deal 4 damage. Now he's playing a couple of Martian creatures, so 3 Martian creatures gone down there. So yeah, that I do get to forge the key. That was a big turn by Simon. I think he started that turn on 2, and he's ended it on 10 because of Total Recall antics. But I can capture 2 for starters. I can also potentially steal a little bit. So I've drawn my Archive. I've played down the Demo Beast. I've got a Resurgence as well now. I've got a Rapid Evolution. Now the problem with the Resurgence and the Niffles is they're not actually mutancy driven. So I've got no untamed creatures that are mutant in the discard pile. So I've played the rapid evolution onto Niffle Kong. Now this is potentially a cock-up gone very clever in a minute. So I'm fighting with Niffle Kong into one of the creatures because I need to destroy a creature to be able to capture 2, which I really want to do. It's not going to stop Simon forging, but again, you know, we want to be able to capture 2. So we're going to fight, we're going to kill that creature, and then I can destroy a Niffle Kong to steal one and do 3 damage to another creature. But obviously if I destroy my own Niffle Kong, I'm not going to be able to do the 3 damage, and I'm not going to steal one. But what I have done is I've put Niffle Kong into my discard pile, and I can now use Resurgence to regrow Niffle Kong and the Niffle Apes and put them all back on the table. So wasn't really thinking like that when I killed the Niffle Kong, I'll be honest. It's a cock-up that's turned out very well, to be fair. Because yeah, the Resurgence there has regrown 3 creatures instead of regrowing 1. And I do seem to have stolen 1 there as well, because Simon was at 10, he's now at 7, and I've captured 2. So I think I've stolen 1 there because of the Niffle Kong being killed. So yeah, Simon is going to forge. So now he's on 2 keys to 1, and he's 4 amber ahead realistically if you say it was a key for 6. I mean, it's worrying. You don't want to be 2 keys to 1 down, but we'll see what he gets. So he's gone into logos. He's played Time Librarian. He's played Timetraveller again. Drawn 2 cards because of Timetraveller. Passed the turn to me. 1 card in his archive. 3 creatures on the board. I've got a hand of 8 at the moment because of archives. And I've got 4 untamed creatures on the board, and it's time to play the Niffle Kong show. So we're going to be going into untamed. I'm going to be reaping with the Niffle Ape. I'm going to be doinking something most likely with the Niffle Kong, and then stealing 1 by destroying the Niffle Ape that's reaped and destroying one of his creatures possibly. I can either destroy the Timetraveller or put a significant dent in the Logos creature that's down there. So there we go. Reap with the Niffle Ape. It's stunned because of the Zizix Shotworm. Zizix Shotworm's not elusive, but it has got 1 point of armour. So maybe fight the Zizix Shotworm and just take 1 damage because Niffle Kong's got a couple of armour. Or maybe fight the Logos creature. It's a tough one. I mean, that Timetraveller's been out quite a bit. I'd really kind of like to get it in the discard pile. So yeah, I reckon that's a mistake, maybe, because if I fight into the Zizix, the 3 damage will kill the Timetraveller anyway. It's not massively horrendous, but it could have counted. Anyway, we've stolen 1, and we've gained 1 from reaping. And again, now I can capture 1 onto a creature somewhere. Just in case you don't know, the Demo Beast that you can't see properly, its ability is destroyed steal 1. So when that dies, I'm getting 1 of those 2 back anyway. unless Simon's at 0 when it happens, because if he kills it, he can choose to resolve it in an order where I don't steal one. But yeah, if he's ever got one. So there we go. So I've made the Demo Beast finish off the Shotworm, and I've reaped with the Niffle Ape. As I say, may have been better fighting the Shotworm, killing the Timetraveller with the incidental damage off killing the Niffle Ape, which possibly would have given me one more, but that's not the end of the world. So now I'm in check at 6, Simon's on 0 amber, so if I forge, we're pretty much back to level at this stage. He's gone for Sanctum. He obviously hasn't got Fangs of Gizzleheart because he's not playing a mass mutation deck. To be fair, I didn't really memorise the list. I mean, he could have had the Spirit's Way. The Spirit's Way would have been scary there. Death to all my creatures, I think that would have been. Certainly would have got rid of Niffle Kong anyway. So he's played Maruk the Marked, played Rothae the Fierce, played Potion of Invulnerability, played Protect the Weak, played the Grey Rider, ready and fight with the Logos creature. There we go. So he's killed the Demo Beast, took 2 off the Demo Beast, but I've stolen 1 because of the Demo Beast being destroyed. And yeah, and he's captured 2 with the Maruk, which despite Demo Beast stealing 1, stop me forging, so that's well played. But again, he's not got to check, which is important. I mean, basically, I need to decide to whether keep getting value out of the Untamed or smash down that massive Logos turn that's in my hand. So I've played the Potion of Invulnerability there. No, I haven't used the Potion of Invulnerability. I've reaped with Niffle Ape. I've fought Niffle Kong into the Marked. I've then destroyed a Niffle Ape, which will let me do 3 damage to one of his creatures and destroy one of his artifacts. And then I can use both the Fonts of the Eyes to capture onto Niffle Kong, which I've done. So that now puts me on 9. Simon's on 0 amber because of the capture of the Font of the Eyes. So what we got here? Simon's played Eureka after choosing Logos, which has gained him a couple of amber, and he's reaped with the Librarian. Got him before he's passed the turn. So here I want to either be going Untamed and recovering the Demo Beast and a Niffle creature, there we go. So if I recover Demo Beast, I can have a Niffle as well. Then I can play Demo Beast, which again has got the Destroyed Steal 1 ability. Played down the Niffle Ape, and now I can if I pop the Potion of Invulnerability, I can kill the Taunt Sanctum and then whack my own Niffle Ape to steal 1 and deal 3 damage to the other Logos creature. Now I've pressed the wrong thing there. I've pressed reap instead of fight. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through that and sort that out, because as well I want the creature dead so I can capture 2. So we're going to fix that, and there we go, that's what we've done. So the Demo Beast has captured 2 because of the double Font of the Eyes, and the Sanctum creature's gone down, and yeah, as you can see, I've stolen 1, captured 2, which is why Simon's gone down from 4 to 1. and yeah, I also had to get one of my own down because I didn't read with a Niffle Kong. So yeah, I did steal them, but I didn't read. So the Niffle Kong has kind of turned the tide here. I was at 2 keys to 1 down, and with a bit of Niffle Kong resurgence and Demo Beast, I've managed to go from 2 keys to 1 down to 2 keys all level and up by 4 amber to 1. Now again, it's Simon's turn. It's can he get to check? And as well, if he does get to check, is he going to be in a position where he can stop me capturing 2 because of the double font of the eye, which obviously I can do. I mean, I've already got 5 of his amber on my Niffle Kong and my Demo Beast, so any sort of card that allows him to wipe the board at this stage probably wins him the game, because I ain't getting 5 back off him in a hurry. I can get 2 off him as long as I can destroy a creature, but I'm not getting 5. I mean, standardised testing is going to let me destroy a creature really, so if he does wipe the board and then puts a creature down, standardised testing will let me destroy it, and then I can font of the eyes onto any creature. We'll have to see. So he's gone for Mars, he's played Carpet Flotsam, he's played Mind Warper, he's played a Fixed Finger, and he's passed the turn. So again, it's probably worth going into the logos now. I've used all my Niffle Apes, I've used all my Resurgences. Demo Beast has got 1 safe, because even if he kills it, he's going to get 2, and I'm going to steal 1. So one of those 2 on Demo Beast is actually safe as houses. I think it's time to get all that logos emptied out. The standardised testing, is it really worth killing 2 Mars creatures for Niffle Kong? So we're playing the Mutagenic Serum, we're playing the Fishing Bloom, we're playing the Infomorph, we're playing the Keith the Adventurer, which is going to draw me a card. Keep through the Cephalus there. We're playing the Q-Mex, which is going to draw me a card. We're playing the Smoko, which when destroyed will archive the top card of the deck. So now it's like, where do I want to put that Academy training, and which creature do I want to turn logos? Do I want to turn the Demo Beast logos and use the Demo Beast, or do I want to turn Niffle Kong logos and use Niffle Kong? The Mind Warper is elusive, so I'm not killing it. The other Mars creature is elusive as well, so I've put it onto the Demo Beast, and I've fought into the Logos creature. And again, now we use the font of the ice to stop capturing, so we've put 1 on the Smoko, and we've put 1 on the Infomorph. Again, spreading that capture out. And now we know we'd be killing the Q-Mex and we'd be killing Niffle Kong, so we're discarding standardised testing. And then we draw back up to 6. So there we've got a Ghost Hawk, which would allow me to read for 2, and a Cephalist. And I'd also be able to use Niffle Kong if I went untamed, or if I go logos, I've got 5 logos creatures down, 2 logos artifacts, but nothing logos in hand. But again, I've got 5 amber, Simon's got none. He's going to do well to A, get to 6, but B, 6 isn't going to be good enough, because with that board, I am going to be killing something unless he wipes it, and I am going to be capturing 2. So really, he needs to get to 9. So he's played Cutthroat Research, game 1. Played Soppy Lab Work, game 1. Archive a card, discard and protect the weak. Played a Brain Eater, and then passed the turn. So, I'm not really feeling the Sanctum at the moment, just because I'm going to earn no amber, and I'm going to purge Niffle Kong. Untamed could be worth a shot. I mean, I'd get to reap twice, use Niffle Kong, and play down Cephalus, which prevents stealing, but I've decided to go instead for logos. So I fought with Keitho the Adventurer into Brain Eater, drawn a card. I fought the Demo Beast into Brain Eater, and then Font of the Eyes capturing again. So we captured 1 onto Keitho the Adventurer and 1 onto Q-Mex, so literally my entire board's got an amber on it. Then I'm reaping with the rest of the board. Maybe I could have used the Mutagenic Serum there to also use Niffle Kong. That's potentially bad. I've said in one of my games I sometimes miss my Omni artifacts for value. It only would have got me 1, but might have been the one that you needed to win the game. We'll have to see. Simon's gone for Mars. He's got 6 in hand and 2 in archive. We'll have to see if he pulls his archive or not. So he's put the finger into Niffle Kong. That sounded very dirty, but oh well. I'm going to leave it there. And then he's put the Mind Warper into Infomorph. He's plays Mars Need Amber to force capture from me onto my damaged creatures, which takes me down to 6. He's playing Carpet Flotsam to deal 4 damage to each creature, which is going to make quite a difference. There's going to be a lot of ammo coming back to him now, because that looks like it destroys everything. Although that's going to allow me to steal 1 thanks to Demo Beast. He's played down a Dominator, and that's the game. So that was really close. Another 2 that I didn't have, and I would have lost that. So Niffle Kong's won 2 games now, forged 8 keys over 3 games, been put into play 6 times over 3 games. Admittedly, he's got Resurgence to help with that. But yeah, after 3 games, I think Niffle Kong is standing head and shoulders above Ultra Gravitron. We'll have to see how Deusillus gets on. That game should be up on Tuesday, and yet again, it will be against the Timetraveller deck. Thanks for watching, so feel free to like and subscribe. I love comments and criticism, so please feel free to leave those. I'll hope to see you next time, but until then, may the Forge be with you.